Hi everybody, I'm Kim. Welcome to The Regretful Yarn Addict. Today's Vlogmas Day 23. 23. Jeez, OP, Christmas is in 2 days. And then a week later is the New Year. Wow. I don't know if I'm glad to be seeing 23 come to an end. 23 was the year I took my cruise, so that was fun. Um, so it did have some high highlights. Uh, so I don't know. I was gonna say there's been some disappointments, but I think I think if something doesn't happen the way you want it to, it wasn't meant to happen at all. Because there's something else for you. And if that other thing had happened, then the thing that's better, you would never have the opportunity for it. So, I mean, that's looking at life from the bright side, right? You gotta find the silver lining to every dark cloud. So how are you? Are you guys busy? Got everything wrapped that needs to get wrapped? Remember, don't stress. It's not worth it. It just is not worth it. Sure, you're gonna have some kids that are like thrilled beyond thrilled. But they'd be thrilled even if their box or whatever was wrapped in a paper bag and taped shut. Because kids just really don't care what the wrapping looks like. Um, yeah. So, let's see. I got my things all switched out. It was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. So, that's all done now. And yesterday's project was so flipping easy, even using that little 2.5 millimeter hook. All I had to do was make my squares. My squares are done. And then we made these little things. It's supposed to be popcorn for the gingerbread house. And it's basically just a popcorn stitch. Just like we did for the pom-pom on the hat. It's just one popcorn stitch. So, don't wear yourself out making that. It's like you go from one day where you have to make like 10 different things. Well, okay, that might be a little bit of an exaggeration. I don't think we've ever had to make 10 little baubles. Although, if not, it's been close. And I'm not even including the 10 squares you have to make every 5 days. Um, yeah. Yeah. Oh, I was just looking at these things over here. When I was at Joann's the other day, last weekend, um, I bought some of these. These are so delicious. The chocolate hazelnut. And they're just these little wafer things with chocolate inside. I've already gone through one bag. There's 2 bags in it. And I'm like halfway through the second bag. Shh. Don't tell anybody I'm a pig. Haven't made my peanut butter cookies yet, but I did just get finished making some no-bake chocolate cookies. Now, when I was growing up, we called those haystacks. And that's how I grew up knowing them. And I grew up in this little tiny town up in Michigan. Well, I didn't live in town. I lived out in the country, out in the boondocks, and did not like it. I did not like living out in the country. And then I moved to the city when I was an adult, and I was like, yeah, I'm a city girl. I'm a city girl who was forced to live out in the country. But the school would have haystacks as a dessert every whenever we got really lucky for the hot lunches. It was like, haystacks, all right, I'm buying lunch today. um and then we had a little newspaper in the town, and I remember, oh, this newspaper wasn't much at all. It was just maybe about this tall, and it was like a little magazine you flip through. There was like 5 pages, if that, because it was a little town. So it wasn't like major stuff, and everything usually had to do with school. The school lunch menu was published in it, all about the sports teams. There might be something, little article about something else. But anyway, one day they printed the recipe for the haystacks. And I remember we cut it out and we had that up on our refrigerator because it was like, I mean, I can make these anytime I want. And that recipe is the one that I've been using ever since. I think these ones I put too much peanut butter in. I think it was only supposed to be a half cup, and I think I put in, I couldn't remember if it was a half cup or a cup, so I put like, and I didn't measure it at all, but it looked to be about 3/4 of a cup. So they're not hardening up like they should, but they're still just as good. If you have to scoop them up and eat them with a spoon, they're still just as good. So I do plan on getting those peanut butter cookies made, though, because my dad's not here to make them for me anymore. And he used to make such really good peanut butter cookies. They were really good. Remember, he would make them, and when he was living in Florida and I was living in Detroit, he mailed me a shoebox full of cookies one year. And they got to my house pretty good. They weren't all broken and crumbled or anything. So, and then when we just lived like 90 miles apart, he would always make sure I had my peanut butter cookies every year. I miss my dad. I can still make the peanut butter cookies, and they taste just like his did, but it's just not the same. So this is our box for today, you guys. Ooh, it's pretty. Can you see that? It's like a nice, pretty pink. Look at that. And this is called, why is it called Go Grape? It's called Go Grape. That is not grape. That is pink. I mean, there is no way that could be called grape. Oh well. And it looks like we have some light bulb stitch markers. Whole crap load of them. Oh, I dropped one. If you're wondering what a light bulb stitch marker is, here, I'll show you. Let me put the rest of these back away. They look, oh, you can't see that. Huh. Maybe you can see there. No, let me get a different color. That pink is just not going to show. The green should. They look like a light bulb. And then you you open it up from down here like a safety pin, and then you just well, yeah, you just squish it back in there. So that's our goodie for today. That's taking up a lot of space, so I'll just squish them in there. And it's a V. Good vibes only. So that's the top part of my O. And that's just a side. Only 2 more boxes. 2 more drawers. Wow. For those that don't know, this is the Crochet Society Advent Calendar box. Yeah. So that's it for today. Oh, but wait a second. I was watching this video, Christmas Mandela effects. Mandela's effect is like when a group of most people, majority of people remember something happening one way or being one way, and then it turns out we were all wrong. Okay, I grew up, and I'm sure most of you did too, Santa's reindeers, all of them, blah, 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 and then Donner and Blitzen. Do you know that's not their names in the poem? It's Dunder and Blixen. Dunder and Blixen, on Dunder and Blixen. Those names don't make any more sense than Donner and Blitzen, but anyway, I grew up with Donner and Blitzen, and it's not. It's Dunder and Blixen. It's like that song, Up on the Housetop, Rooftop. I'm sure I always thought it was rooftop, but it's housetop, up on the housetop. And in the poem, it doesn't even say housetop, it just says house. So I just thought I'd share those little fun facts with you. And with that, looking around, yeah, that's all I got for today. So like I said, don't stress yourselves out. I know. Oh, and tomorrow, a lot of you are really going to be stressed out. And I'll be here tomorrow. Because you're going to be like, oh, we got to get everything ready for the big dinner and make sure everything is ready for the Christmas opening, blah, blah. No, the cat just knocked the tree down again. That damn cat. Been there, done that. Yeah. Had 2 Christmas trees once. One up in the living room, one down in the basement. And the cat wasn't in one tree, it was in the other. So yeah, just relax, you guys. It really is just another day. It's just you're bringing all the stress on yourself by trying to make sure everything is perfect, and you want things to be great for the kids or the grandkids or whatever, and you want the meal to be perfect. And life is not about being perfect. All right? It's not about being perfect. So, with that sage advice from this little old lady, and speaking of this little old lady, one more thing. I have become that little old lady who has to wear sunglasses no matter what the weather is like during the day. I've got this stupid little floater behind my eye. It's like teardrop shaped. I saw the picture of it, and I can't do anything about it until my cataract gets worse, and they can do LASIK surgery or laser surgery, whatever it is, on my cataract. So until then, I have to live with this stupid floater, and it makes everything blurry. It doesn't matter what my prescription is, everything is fine. And then I get out in the daylight, and it's just the daylight, you guys. Makes everything is blurry and double vision, and I can't see crap. So I put my sunglasses on despite the fact it's very cloudy out today. And I could see a lot better. My eyes didn't feel strained. I wasn't getting a headache. And the thing is, at night, I can see really clear at night. Um, I don't like to drive at night because I still have, glare from the oncoming traffic. But otherwise, I can see a lot better at night, more clearly than I do during the day. Nothing is blurry. So I'll be able to see those cars coming at me when they want to crash, right? It's like, ah. So anyway, it's just wild. So, yep, I'm officially an old lady, I guess. I mean, I knew it, but now when I start having to wear the kind of sunglasses, the wraparound that you wear after you've had the eye drops put in for dilation or after you've had cataract surgery, then, well, now I'm really over that hill. I'm just not. Part of me is like, yay. And part of me is like, damn, how'd that happen? I don't feel this old. My body does, but my spirit and my brain are like, you're only 40. What are you talking about? You shouldn't be feeling like this. And then I'm like, shit, you saw 40 a long time ago, woman. Because I always forget sometimes. Not, I always forget sometimes. That's an oxymoron. I sometimes forget that I'm not in my 40s. And when I'm around people who are in their 40s, it's like, I guess we are not of the same age. It's like, I'm a hell of a lot older than they are. I have a kid who's 41. I mean, and I was not a baby when I had him. I was young, really young, but I was not a baby. Oh my God. So I've just been 17 minutes. Good Lord. I'm sorry for keeping you guys this long. If you are still here, you are dedicated, and I appreciate you very, very much. If you are not subscribed and you are watching this, please do. I don't always ramble on like this, although it does happen. Um, be sure to like the video, leave a comment. We do have that giveaway going on. And like I said, I'm not sure what video it's going to be pulled from. So if you want a chance to enter, make sure you have commented on every one of the Vlogmas 2023 videos. So y'all have a good day, good morning, good evening, whatever, whenever, wherever it is you're watching. And later, Gators. Peace out.